Companies are really complicated and they get requirements from a number of different places. Sometimes they're external, like a regulation or a contract, or sometimes they're internal, like a product specification or a requirement. And so the way that Zenable works is that we take in all of those different sets of requirements, what we have here on the top of our diagram, and we distill those down into a number of different really specialized databases. One of the ones that are our favorite is the graph database. And so we have a patent pending graph database that we pull all those requirements into, and we generate policy as code from. That's a specialized way of saying ways to automatically enforce whatever those requirements are on different parts of your software development lifecycle. So that might be at the planning phase, the development phase, CI/CD, or even we've got on the roadmap things for the cloud or workloads. So the way that that actually works is you'll take those sorts of documents. Here I've uploaded a short written information security plan and a full one. I've imported them into the system, and it will automatically, from just importing these documents with sentences in them, extract a bunch of information, roles, responsibilities, controls, and if I go down here, you can actually see the graph itself. So this is the graph that we have created. If we zoom in a little bit here, we could see it's very busy, but we've got right here this very important CISO role. And you can see there's lots of things connected to that CISO. We've got all kinds of different objects and requirements. And we've even got these right here. So over here, this is what we call orphans. And these are entities that were extracted from the documents that aren't connected to anything at all. And so it's very interesting when you look at these and you can say, oh, well, I wonder why they're there. Maybe they should be connected to something. Maybe there's a role that is responsible for executing the risk mitigation measures or something like that. And that should probably be in our governance. And so our graph allows us to quickly illustrate that you have these requirements that aren't very well connected and they aren't articulated well in the Word document format or the Markdown file or a wiki page, whatever it is. And so maybe this is feedback that you can go improve that. But in addition to that, what we're going to do from this is generate code that enforces, it traverses the graph and it actually creates the requirements. And then if we go back over here, you can then enforce those requirements or put guardrails in place when you're using AI tools automatically. So you take the policy that we've distilled into a graph, create integration points like when you're writing code in Cursor or Windsurf or Copilot, when you're opening a pull request in GitHub or Bitbucket or Azure DevOps, GitLab, or even when you're just doing sprint planning and you're thinking about what the features that you should build are. All of those places we've got integration points where we can leverage the distilled requirements and apply them using graph traversals directly to the scenario that you have in place.